I'm Aga Tompkins. Welcome to my channel. This episode is about Meatloaf and ColourPop, whatever, palette. 2-in-1. Check it out. Check out my series, Food and Beauty. Enjoy. So if you watched last week's episode, then you already know I did a vegetarian version of Meatloaf, and at the same time when I filmed that, I actually filmed this and did the regular meat version because I cook meat for my family even though I don't eat meat. Here is my personal meatloaf recipe, and I also do my makeup at the same time doing this. If you've been to my channel before, you already know the drill. It's called Food and Beauty, and what I do is I tell you guys some of my favorite recipes while I do my makeup. If you're back, thanks for joining me. Check out this recipe. Hope you guys try it. Let me know what you think. I want you to try it. It's super easy. Like, really, seriously, you can't mess this up. Try it. Let me know your opinions. Thanks, guys. Enjoy. The first thing you'll need is about 2 pounds of ground beef. I do like 90% lean, and I did a little more than 2 pounds on this one, but you can do anywhere from 2 pounds to just a little over 2 pounds. It's fine. And just pop that whole thing in there. And I'm using this whatever palette again with the color Pink Slip. I really feel like they should have done Pink Slip for a pink color, but apparently they wanted to break the rules too, and they can do what they want. ColourPop just does what it wants, which I guess it's allowed. I'll allow it. Now blend this out, and now add 2 cups of dried breadcrumbs. I usually use the ones that are plain, but in this case I ran out and I didn't know, so I used the Italian version, which, like, honestly, it doesn't make a difference. Those spices aren't enough to make a big difference in the meatloaf, so I don't think it matters because the other flavors are so overwhelming. It'll cover up the little bit of spices, or add, it's up to you. So you can try it both ways. If you think there's a difference, go with your favorite. Now I'm gonna use in bold, and I forgot to mention that the only pre-prep I do is I chop up an onion real fine before I even start. So that's like the first thing I do, just so later it's ready and I just plop all the stuff in. But you could do it at this point too, it doesn't matter. And you're gonna be putting 1 cup of those diced onions right into the bowl. Now you'll need a 1/2 cup of milk, and then blend this out and add 2 large eggs. Just pop them in there. I'm gonna use the Pink Slip again. You'll need 2/4 cup of ketchup. And this recipe calls for a lot of ketchup, so brace yourself, buy a bunch, because you'll need it. Make sure you go to Costco or whatever and buy in bulk, baby. Now I'm gonna use the in bold again, and you'll need Worcestershire sauce, which is kind of like the color of this. Just dump that right in there. I'm just gonna clean off any fallout and add 2 tablespoons of parsley. You can do dry parsley, which is what I use, but you can also use fresh parsley. It's up to you. Either is fine. They honestly taste the same to me. Like, it does, again, this is so overpowered, it doesn't really matter, but I can't taste the difference. I've done both. Add 1 tablespoon of salt. Now blend this out a little bit and add 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. I love garlic. If there's one thing I can say about my cooking is I am pretty sure garlic is like the consistent flavor in all my food. So if you hate garlic, you might not like my cooking because I just love it. Love. I'm gonna go with this Ditch and You, like shimmery, glittery color. It's this one right here, right over here. And then lastly in this mix, you're gonna add ground pepper. I freehanded, but you can add 2/4 teaspoon in there. I just kind of know how much pepper I like in things, so I just grinded it right in. Now that everything's in there, the next thing I do is I put on gloves, I wash them with dish soap, and just make sure you rinse them really good so you don't get bubbles in your meatloaf. And that's when you start mixing it all together with your hands and just kind of really work it in. I like using gloves because I have really long nails and I'm not doing that without it. So next I'm gonna use Tardy, this sparkly amazingness, and I'm gonna put it right in the center here, just like over where my pupil area is. And I'm gonna add a little to the inner corner here. And you can lay out your aluminum foil on your pan. I spray it with cooking spray just so nothing sticks. I don't really know that it would stick, but better safe than sorry, I guess. And once the pan is ready, I start making the topping sauce. I'm gonna use peach fuzz. And now for the topping, you'll need 2 cups of ketchup. Just good old ketchup. 2/4 cups of packed brown sugar. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Pretty easy, right? I'm actually gonna add this Hello Kitty Cozy Glow glitter. I know, this isn't anything new. And you whisk that all up together, mix it up. And now you're gonna put your meat onto the pan. And you wanna shape it. So the way I shape it is I actually kind of like slap it. Which I know is funny, but it like compacts everything. So I kind of like slap it around like this and slap it pretty hard. And all the meat will kind of like pump into each other. I don't know. This isn't sounding right. But long story short is you need to kind of hit it. And then it will become a loaf shape. I can do this in a pan. I have one of those pans, but the reason I like doing it this way is because I like putting the topping all over and it comes down the sides and really gives it flavor. So personally, this is why I like doing it this way more than just putting it in like a loaf pan. So try it my way. Let me know what you think if you do it the other way. It stays, the shape stays. You just gotta let it cool off after you bake it. It needs to sit for like 10 minutes before you start trying to do anything with it because it will fall apart then. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this glitter also down here. And I forgot to mention, you preheat your oven to 350 degrees ahead of time before this so that when it's all done, you can just put it right in the oven. So you set your oven to 350, and once you packed on the shape, now you can just pour the topping all over it. And like make sure it covers all the sides and everything like that. The amount that I make is plenty to cover it, so you don't have to worry. If you don't like that much sauce, you can make a little less. And let's say you have a vegetarian friend coming over and you don't like that much, you can make the vegetarian one and this should be enough for both. Glitter. I love sparkles. Okay, I'm gonna do my liner, lashes, and I will be back. Pop your meatloaf in the oven and I'll be back before it's done. See you soon. here's my final look with this whatever palette. Hope you guys try this meatloaf. I think you'll love it. My family loves it a lot. They really love it. Every time I make it, they're so excited. And I haven't been making them that long, but since I started making them, it's been a bunch because they crave it now. And I don't know why I didn't feed my family meatloaf for like my whole life, but it's super easy to make actually. And it's easy because you just pop it in the oven for 55 minutes. Once you do the stuff, then you just leave it alone and you can work on making your mashed potatoes or whatever sides. Like I use green beans. Do those things while it's baking. Easy breezy. Also, just so you guys know, if you have vegetarian company coming, this is a great recipe to do together. So last week I posted a video of the vegetarian version of this, and you can do them at the same time. That's what I do, because since I don't eat meat, I'm technically a pescatarian, so I eat seafood very seldom, but once in a while I do, and I always have to make something separate for myself. So what I do is with this recipe, I make them hand in hand, so you can follow both recipes at the same time. And I literally have the two bowls. Like in the end, you see that when I make the topping, there's two bowls there. I just go plop, 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 like everything simultaneously, and I get them both done and then bake them both same temperature. And so for any of you that have vegetarian friends or family and you want to entertain and have something to offer, this is a super great recipe for like multitasking and yet having the same dinner together. I've never tried the meat one, but my family says it's great. It is on the sweeter side and is definitely on the moist side. Moist. It doesn't fall apart though, so that's great. You do have to let it sit, like I said earlier, for 10 minutes after to do anything with it. I transfer them onto a cutting board and just do that. Cut it up on there, and it's super easy breezy. Love it. Check it out. Tell me what you think. Share it with your family and have some company over. Oh wait, you guys can't have company over. Okay, well don't have company over, but share it with your family. And I just want to thank you all for continuously supporting me and what I do. I really am enjoying doing this YouTube thing. I'm really liking being on a schedule now, so that's also great. I post every Sunday at noon, and I've been posting every Friday at noon as well so far, but that could change. We'll see what happens with that. But the Sunday thing for sure. Let me know if you guys have any recipes that you want me to try. I will try your family recipes or whatever, and I'll make a video and dedicate it just to you. If you want to send me something that's your favorite, I'm gonna pick and choose. I might not be able to do them all, but I would love to try some new stuff. It would be kind of fun to do something that I've never tried before. I don't know. I just realized my bangs are real crooked. I should have like recomb them after filming because I move them around a bunch to like do my makeup. Whatever. It's a weird like shape. That works. Hope to see you guys back with the next food and beauty. Bye. What do you guys think?
Medium.
It's delicious.
It's meatloaf.
What is it?
It's meatloaf.
Meatloaf, but if meatloaf swam through good